Hello, I am Silverhoof, and today I will be doing a reading for you for Project Horizons, Chapter 22. You may be questioning why I'm going to continue from Chapter 22, but that is for the sole reason that, unfortunately, due to my personal understanding, that one of my favorite readers, Crazed Rambling, has unfortunately had to stop creating his readings for Project Horizons, and several of my personal friends have said that they don't want to read the book themselves because they don't get the same impression as Crazed Rambling did. And for them, I have decided to, I guess, take it upon myself to at least continue, if not finish, a actual personal reading of Project Horizons, unlike many of the other videos you may run into where they use a auto reader of some kind, such as text to speech or other such things. So I have to say that this book is not intended for children, and that it is very graphic, very descriptive, and involves a lot of mental, physical, and emotional drama that a lot of people may question, a lot of people may find strange, and a lot of people find just plain odd. But to my personal understanding, me personally, I thought it was an amazing book. So, I will read for you Project Horizons, Chapter 22, Damned. Chapter 22. Damned. Death. I've seen a lot of it. I've seen old death in fields of bones where soldiers were left to decay, or dried up bodies stuffed in closets for centuries to mummify or rot. New death in the ponies I've shot, cut, smashed, or crushed. Casual death. As casual as blowing the head off a raider, because she's a raider. Merciful death, and a mare killing herself to escape the agony of dying in a wall. Sudden death, in a door crushing a stablemate. Slow death, in scavengers dying around flank. Meaningless death, in a mother getting run through for being mistaken for a long dead mare. And cruel death, in a comforting hug that transformed into a deadly embrace. Through it all, I've tried to find a line. I've worked to keep to a standard, struggled up the slippery slope. I'd only kill the bad ponies. I wouldn't kill the helpless ones. I'd do better. I'd be kind, be strong. I'd hang in beside my friends. I wouldn't allow myself to become an executioner. Now I'd returned home. It wasn't a perfect home. In fact, it was a pretty monstrous one. We'd done horrible things here. All of us. Every pony was compliant. But I took solace in the hope that all it would take was an outsider's view. A fresh perspective, and the mares of Stable 99 would realize their mistake. They would go out and become a part of the world again. They'd work to make it better. Instead, they'd made it lunch. The disease Glory had discovered that the Enclave were developing, that I'd encountered face to face in Tumbleweed and those farmers, had found its way to Stable 99. The overmare, who I'd assumed dead and gone, had clearly become one of its first victims. Her laughing cackle rose high and higher over the intercom as she pranced in front of the armored window, her pale legs covered in bites and sores as her bloody red lips curled in glee. My home had become a nightmare. Stable 99 had a population of 500 ponies, with one germ. A third of the known population of Hoofington had transformed into a mass of psychopathic killers. Worse, These were physically healthy, armed, organized, and relatively trained psychopaths. And they'd been hitting caravans and villages, no doubt bolstering the stable's armory and whatever they could take. Since I'd stepped out into the wasteland, I'd struggled to find my virtue. Was it justice? Courage? Perseverance? Idiocy? I'd struggled against the wasteland so hard that it had become personified in a hallucination that seemed determined to test me and push me towards misery. Perhaps the dealer wasn't trying to break me, though. Perhaps he'd been spending all his time trying to get me to accept the truth. My virtue is death. Hello there again. I hope you enjoyed that sample there. I'm again Silverhoof, reading for you Project Horizons, starting with chapter 22. I hoped you enjoyed that sample there, and I hope in a couple of weeks that I can give you a much bigger piece, if not the whole thing. But yeah, so hopefully this will be a fun project to do. And yeah, that is Project Horizons by Somber, a second extension. I believe it's to be considered one of the 4 official considered books of the Fallout Equestria series from KCAT, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I will. All right, thanks for listening.